You're watching WMBD News at 5.
I'm meteorologist Rachel Kay in for Chris Yates this evening, and we are coming up in just a minute. But first, your news starts right now.
An afternoon shooting marks the 13th homicide here in Peoria. I'm Hannah Hilliard reporting live at the scene, and we'll have those details coming up.
People sometimes say, how can you do this? And I just say, how can I not do this?
One father traveling the country makes a stop in central Illinois. He's hoping to spread his daughter's message after she was killed in the Columbine High School shooting.
First at 5, severe weather making its way through central Illinois, our entire viewing area under a tornado watch.
We go back to meteorologist Rachel Kay for the very latest. Rachel, what can we expect?
Well, many of us are already seeing these storms work through our area. This is long in the next couple of minutes, and I'll have more coming up in your full forecast.
All right, thanks, Rachel. Peoria police are investigating another homicide, the 13th of the year.
It's also the second one in the past 48 hours. It happened in the 1600 block of North Great Oak this afternoon.
WMBD's Hannah Hilliard is there and joins us now live. So, Hannah, what information do you have so far?
Paul and Evelyn, we just learned the victim's name, 21-year-old Quentin Lowe. There was a large police presence out here just a couple of hours ago. They were responding to the 1600 block of Great Oak and Pearson Hills, that home right over there, and that's where they found Lowe with bleeding at the door with multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead shortly thereafter here on the scene. Many people on the scene earlier today were very emotional. Police say the investigation is still in that early stage, and they do not have any sort of suspect information at this time, and we will continue to follow this story and give you more details as we learn it. And tonight on WMBD News at 6, you will hear from one of Lowe's close family friends. But for now, reporting live in Peoria, Hannah Hilliard, WMBD News. Paul.
Thanks, Hannah. This latest shooting death comes as the city comes together to promote peace after yesterday's stabbing death. Peoria Community Against Violence will hold another stand down. It's planned for tonight at 6 o'clock at the Gateway Building downtown. PCAV holds these rallies to show a united community against violence. This stand down comes in response to a deadly stabbing early Monday morning. It was the city's 12th homicide of the year. County coroner tells us the victim, Satwinder Bola, died from a neck wound. Police say he was found in the parking lot at Brookview Apartments. Still no word on a suspect.
More than 16 years has passed since the tragic Columbine High School shooting in Littleton, Colorado. The massacre killed 12 students and 1 teacher. WMBD's Jacob Peklow explains how one father is working to make sure his daughter's message continues to live on.
Time has flown by for Daryl Scott. In Stanford, Jacob Peklow, WMBD News.
Daryl Scott's team now includes about 50 people. He says he's going to continue to do these tours as long as he can, but says Rachel's message is in good hands moving forward.
Well, stranger danger is a topic you might remember learning about in grade school, but would your kids know what to do if a stranger approached them? Police say it's more important than ever to talk to your children about their safety with the start of the new school year. Now, police say kids can be naive, leading them to trust people they don't know. Some safety reminders: don't talk to people you don't know, bad guys don't always look mean, and make sure your kids stay farther than arm's length away from strangers. Police also want to remind you that this can happen anywhere.
We've had some instances even within our city where we've had people stop and talk to kids, and it's been reported. Now, we don't know what their intentions were, but it is definitely not the norm for complete strangers to stop and talk to children and want to show them the inside of their car or their truck or things like that.
WMBD also talked to parents about what they think their kids would do, and we'll have that and much more on stranger danger coming up Wednesday on WMBD This Morning. It's move-in day at Illinois Wesleyan University.
It's been great. High energy, lots of excitement. Parents and families really happy to be here. The campus is very inviting.
Illinois Wesleyan welcomed 300 students to its residence halls. That's in addition to another 200 students who have already moved in. Volunteers help pack carts full of bags, pillows, and microwaves. Faculty says it's excited to welcome all 500 students to campus this fall. IWU classes start Monday.
Emergency road work in Pekin could create issues for the first day of school. Court Street shut down last week because of a water main break. Crews made progress on the road, and it's open to traffic in one lane in both directions, but it's right in front of Pekin High School. Police say a large number of cars and trucks will use the road in the morning along with buses, and they hope the students can get to class on time.
We're hoping that people will find some other routes, take a little extra time to get where you're needing to go, and be patient.
Police say they hope to have the road completely open by the end of the week.
In a story from our Capitol newsroom, the Illinois State Fair is making some changes to a street formerly known as Corn Dog Lane. It's in honor of the late state comptroller, Judy Bar Topinka. A ceremony was held today to announce the street name change. It's now called Judy Bar Topinka Lane. Topinka died in December at the age of 70. Fans of hers say she was a champion for state government, and one of her favorite things about Illinois was the state fair.
Today, my good friend, we honor your passion, your commitment, and love for Agriculture Day for this very special place you called home every summer, the Illinois State Fair.
Topinka Lane is located just north of the Coliseum and directly west of Foodorama on the fairgrounds.
The scaffolding is starting to come down from the site of Unity Point Health Methodist.
When you drive by now, especially in the evening since we've got the lights on, it really looks a lot different than it has ever, actually, but it's very bright, very colorful, very prominent.
But this doesn't mean the construction is over. Crews now have some work to do on the interior of the building. They're also building a new ambulatory surgery entrance, along with installing a helipad and new parking. The project could be completed by the end of the year.
A new grocery store is opening its doors in North Peoria. The Hy-Vee near the shops at Grand Prairie has been several years in the making. Now, the store has 140 full-time employees and 620 employees in all. Yesterday, the store held a pep rally to celebrate some of those new employees. Locals say the new store gives them a closer option to shop for groceries. Another Democrat is throwing his hat into the ring of opposition, why he says he cannot support the nuclear deal with Iran. But first, Rachel?
Checking in with the severe weather update now, we actually do have another tornado warning in effect. This is for a storm cell moving northeast at 20 miles per hour towards Pontiac in Livingston County. Really seeing a couple of tornado warnings in Livingston County today, so I'll have the latest on this coming up in just a minute.